There's something happening in your life that you may not be aware of, and the angels want to help you uncover the truth. There is a person in your life who has developed a strong interest in you. This interest might even be an obsession. While having someone interested in you can feel flattering, it can also turn unhealthy if their behavior crosses certain boundaries. The angels are here to tell you that this person's actions are not okay, and you need to be aware of what is happening around you. You might have noticed that this person is acting in ways that feel intrusive. They could be spying on you, getting too involved in your personal matters, or even crossing the line by coming onto your property without permission. These kinds of behaviors can make anyone feel uncomfortable, and it's important to recognize that you have every right to feel this way. When someone invades your privacy or tries to control your life, it can leave you feeling vulnerable and anxious. You might find yourself questioning whether you are overreacting to the situation, but it's crucial to trust your feelings. If something doesn't feel right, it's likely that there is a reason for it. Your instincts are often the first sign that something is off, and you should listen to them. The angels want you to understand that while this person may not realize how much they are overstepping their boundaries, their actions are still unacceptable. Sometimes people don't understand how their behavior affects others, especially if they are dealing with their own problems. This person may be struggling with mental health issues or emotional challenges that lead them to act inappropriately. Even though it can be difficult, the angels encourage you to approach the situation with compassion. Try to see this person as someone who is dealing with their own struggles rather than just focusing on their intrusive actions. It's important to distinguish the individual from their behavior, as this can help you respond to the situation with empathy instead of anger. However, it's also vital to be clear about your own boundaries. If someone is being curious about you, that can be okay. But if their interest turns into obsession, it's a different story. You might notice that this person starts asking too many personal questions or shows up in places where you usually go. These actions can seem harmless at first, but they may escalate into more intrusive behaviors, such as watching your every move or trying to involve themselves in your life without an invitation. When this happens, it disrupts your peace and infringes upon your right to privacy. The sense of discomfort that grows within you is a sign that something is wrong. You should never have to feel anxious about your own safety and privacy. It's important to safeguard your personal space and establish clear boundaries. If you are feeling uneasy, remember that it's perfectly normal to feel this way when someone is invading your life. The universe is communicating with you through your feelings, urging you to pay attention to this person's behavior. Trust your feelings and acknowledge that their actions are not acceptable. You deserve to feel safe and respected in your own life. In conclusion, the angels are here to remind you to take notice of the signs around you. Trust yourself, protect your space, and don't hesitate to set boundaries with those who cross them. You are not alone in this, and you have the strength to stand up for yourself. Start reclaiming your space when someone invades your personal space. It's completely natural to want to understand why. You may find yourself asking questions like, Why would someone spy on me? What makes them think they can invade my property or keep pushing themselves into my life without respecting my boundaries? In many cases, their behavior might come from feelings like jealousy, insecurity, or a desire to control others. They might see something in you that they wish they had, leading to a feeling of envy. Sometimes, the person who is invading your space might be dealing with their own unresolved issues. They could be projecting their problems onto you. Their obsession with you could be a way for them to fill an emptiness in their life or to help them cope with their own emotional struggles. While it's easy to get caught up in trying to understand their motivations, it's essential to realize that these reasons ultimately don't matter when it comes to addressing the behavior itself. The universe isn't asking you to decode this person's reasoning, nor is it expecting you to fix them or feel sorry for them at the cost of your own well-being. Instead, it is encouraging you to focus on their actions and how those actions are impacting your life. Often, the person engaging in this obsessive behavior may not fully understand their own motivations. They might be driven by urges or feelings they cannot explain. Even though they may not realize what they are doing, this lack of clarity doesn't excuse their actions. The message is clear. Their behavior is unacceptable. You have every right to protect your own space and well-being. When someone invades your boundaries, remember that you are not obligated to tolerate their actions or to try to understand why they do what they do. What is most important is that you take a stand for yourself. It's time to set firm boundaries. By doing so, you protect your peace and mental health. It's okay to say no and to distance yourself from people who do not respect your boundaries. Trust that the universe will support you through this process. One way to seek that support is by praying for guidance. This act can help you feel more centered and connected to a higher power, which can provide comfort during difficult times. As you pray and trust in the universe's plan, you open yourself up to healing and the possibility of divine intervention. Whether the person's obsession fades away naturally, or you decide to take more direct action to remove them from your life, the universe will provide you with the resources and support you need. Remember, you are never alone in this journey.